Alright, welcome back to game number 3, the Decider. And this one's not State of Origin, it's the Warchief Club. Week 20, or sorry, Event 20, the European event for the week. And we've got Divine DFP here in the purple trunks once again on the Rus, playing against GUA in the green trunks once again, and on the HRE. So we've got a reverse of the civs in the first matchup. So GUA's Rus unable to take down DFP's HRE. So we'll see if GUA can repeat the same result of the matchup, or if DFP can win it from both ends in this best of 3. So welcome back to High View. I'm having a pretty high view of this game. So GUA actually microing the prelate to empower everything. Are you shift click abusing? No, he's not. Man, that's a sick fade you've got there, bro. Save on headbands when you just shave your head bald, except for this weird fringe bit. So 3 scouts for Rus. He's not being adventurous and only going for 1 or anything stupid like that. GUA going for 2 scouts. Pretty standard for anyone facing Rus, because you really want to deny these bloody deer. Otherwise you're just giving away 10 gold per deer kill to your opponent, 5 gold per sheep kill, and 25 per wolf. 75 per boar. We don't really care about that shit. Not for another 5 minutes. So DFP going to try and focus down GUA's wolves here. Able to get 1 of them. So really they're DFP's wolves and GUA is stealing them, because they're not going to give GUA gold. Come on, man. Let me make use of my civ unique. You don't get any benefit from it. Fuck off, man. We're not in the same team. The more GUA dicks around, the slower it's actually going to be to get the wolf home. Also, he's going to get it. Nice. Now GUA potentially try stealing 1 in response. DFP, that's all nice. 175 gold. If you can get past 200, it's nice. If you can get to 250 plus, it's really nice. Anything beyond that, it's like, well, either your opponent's a bot, or you got really, really fucking lucky. Or you're playing a team game. Like, in team games, playing Rus, man, you can get 1,000 gold in 4v4, 700 in 3v3, and 500 in 2v2 pretty easily. If your opponents and teammates aren't Rus and aren't clearing deer, that's like sort of the stats you should be able to get out of it. I'm not kidding, you can get 1,000 gold out of 4v4 Rus just off bounty. So people can keep whinging about Chinese. I'll just play Rus in 4v4. So Arch and Chapel here for GUA, and it will be empowering all of his early game eco. Even his early berries there. He's using it as his lumber camp too. And he's denied GUA of a couple more wolves over here. So he's denied DFP of a couple more wolves. DFP 235 gold. He's killed all the sheep he's got at his disposal here. Here we go, he's got some more. Sophie, hurry up! You can get to 250. Will he do it? Will he get to 250 as quick as possible? So even if he... Oh no, there we go, he will. Yep, I was going to say, if he didn't, and even if he won the game, he'd still be back because he didn't get to 250 gold as quick as he could. But he passed the test. He has passed the first test. He's going to add a stables. GUA's already got one. Doesn't look like he's added anything. Double stables from our Rus player, while our HRE player. Stables and barracks. Interesting pick from GUA. Especially considering he's already spitting out units. Gathering a lot of wood. He wants to actually go for Age 2 army here on HRE. And they can often be quite content playing around their amazing fast castle age compositions. You know, either go Ragnitz Cathedral and then just, you know, mash a whole bunch of knights and ranged. Or go Burgrave Palace and, you know, roll your face on the keyboard selecting the one building and have it produce all your army. So DFP is going to go for the boar. 75 gold in the bank for him. Cha-ching. He's going to be able to work away at GUA's horsemen here as well. These guys don't quite have the melee damage that, say, a knight does. And eventually a ball of villagers surrounding it will just pick them off like that. Looks like GUA might be able to get this tower up though. There are a pair of knights here for DFP, but I don't know why he was looking at just beelining him towards his enemy's base, but now realizing he can get a couple of Vil kills here. But a little bit slow there, I think. DFP could have really cleaned up GUA's tower there, but might not have been able to see that all that well because of the stealth forest. A rough engagement there for DFP. He went for his hunting cabin rather than just throwing up tower of his own or just trying to kill GUA's villagers, and now he's forced to come home. But in saying that, he has snatched up a lot of gold from that. And now GUA is using it as his own food source. DFP raiding GUA in response is quite smart for him. His opponent thinks he's really just got a huge momentum shift and sort of stop him from being able to really stabilize and just push you to death from there. But in saying that, GUA does have a lot on DFP's doorstep, and he will take out that knight. All these villagers gonna have to evacuate. DFP's eco is still reasonably safe. I mean, he's got that half wall up there, and his food gathering's going on over here just behind his push, so GUA is actually really rattling DFP for the minute. He's going to have to try and add a range here. This horseman not tempting fate to try and pick off the villager. DFP trying to raid GUA once again. Force a pretty massive garrison. He'll lose a knight, but he is denying a lot of villager gather time. GUA is going to have to leave a spearman behind there. He's still got control of that boar, and he was even had a couple of sheep over there. Well, DFP in his cabin out over here on this hunt. But the boar's quite a world away from both of our players. And behind GUA's line of aggression here, so there's going to be no way for DFP to actually get to it. Nice raid from GUA, pressuring DFP, but he does have knights in tow, so these guys will really be able to trade well against horsemen. DFP adding another range. Just playing a little bit defensively for now. GUA is actually going to be the one to tempt fate against the boar because he really denies opponent a little bit more gold and quicker food gathering. I believe DFP is quite a way off 400, 500 gold out of bounty though, but even still, 75 free gold on top of a really fast food source for the Rus, so a bit of aggression there as well from GUA. He's going to try and deny another hunt. And even deny this berry, so DFP is going to be forced onto this berries here and then straight onto a farm eco, which for Rus isn't so bad. I mean, they've got the wood gathering steroid, but that's really sort of the only benefit they get towards farming, so they're not like English, so, or even say Chinese, when they get their granaries after going Song Dynasty. DFB quick to make sure he's got it towered up as well. But that player is quite solid with aggression, as you can see here. GUA's even walled in the boar eco because it is a pretty melee heavy opening from the Rus player. DFP going with double stables before he started adding any ranges here. So it looks like GUA is going to be able to get most, if not all, of that boar for, you know, pretty safely with that wall off. So yeah, players playing quite defensively in spite of all the action, with lots of investment in outposts and fortresses here. Upgrades wise, we've got ranged damage and ranged armor incoming here for GUA. DFP, has he added a blacksmith yet? I don't believe so. Looks like neither player is going to give the other the opportunity to transition to age 3 anytime soon here. And GUA even going to wall in the relics because he knows he can really benefit from them if he does go down the Regnitz Cathedral line. And on top of that, Rus with their castle age, their usual pick is also a monastery, and they've got that improved monk, the warrior monk, basically a knight with nerfed attack with an empower attack. So nice little raid here for DFP, taking out GUA's gold gatherers there. GUA actually hasn't quite finished the wall off there. And now his raiding party might get intercepted by these knights. Actually, they're going to intercept the knights. What a strange turn of events we see here. But GUA has a lot of an army to actually back this up. DFP's got to send his forward to try and support. So build count's slightly favouring DFP at the moment. Let me see the fucking boar. I can't click the boar, yet I can always click sheep when I don't want to click sheep. How does that work? Anyway, the boar's nearly finished. 500 food or so left in it. Military size is just favouring GUA here, but he is going to retreat a little bit. Just wants to protect that eco of his because he is starting to fall behind the villager count as well. DFP has plenty of archers in to support this knight front line. And DFP now going to start adding upgrades as well, getting his ranged damage. GUA adding infantry movement speed, so I think this benefits both his archers and his spearmen, as well as actually it does benefit your religious units, so your prelate does move 10% faster as well. Could be handy if he's looking to go age 3 behind this, off the back of a good fight, but DFP is going to give him a good fight for sure. A lot of archers there in the mix, actually able to really wear out the horsemen because there's that many of them target firing. Now stop commanding and killing a lot of spearmen as well. DFP now chasing GUA back a little bit. Its boar's relatively untouched while that army's still sitting there. Looks like DFP is going to decide to go for the slightly safer option. The deer up here, picked off a villager of GUA's as well. So GUA is actually down by 8 vills while all this is going on because of that initial raid and the fact that, you know, he's been pretty carefree with stealing all the quick food sources on the map. Hunting is quite a bit faster than berries for civs such as these. DFP's going to run out of food at home very soon here. DFP deciding to take the fight. Thank you for the follow. He's having to kite quite well because there's a lot of spearmen here, so he doesn't want his own knights sticking around and getting skewered. The archer count really favouring DFP at the moment, so he's able to keep pushing forward when he does come in for the charge with the knights. GUA's spear count pretty impressive, but this bow count's starting to dwindle as well. Knights doing a bit of a hit and run. Always nice to see him used in this fashion. Now the spear count's really falling for GUA, and I think DFP might have him on the ropes here. GUA having to get another tower to defend this area. In fact, he's going to probably have to cancel that one. DFP really decimating the front line, and then the overall army for GUA there. Other players really found the space to go for an age up behind this, I don't think. Mostly just trying to replenish their depleted armies. Bearing in mind, because they're only playing off one town centre, the eco counts still aren't that significant. We've got 51 versus 42 in terms of the vill counts. But now more villages of GUA's being caught out by the army of DFP. Ooh, this will be very rough for GUA because he's going to lose 7 or 8 workers over there. He needs to cancel that outpost before he gets destroyed or takes any damage, because it'll start to cost him wood. This has been quite a nice fight for DFP, because while this is going on, he's harassing more and more of the villagers. GUA 37 to DFP's 53 for that worker count right now, so villager counts really favouring DFP. He's been quite solid with his pushing and his aggression here. Man, this has been a fun series to cast. These guys are so good. It looks like DFP going to give himself access to that boar once again. Though he probably needs to take down this mill and place the hunting cabin right next to it. Come on, bro, that's so inefficient. The knight's buying his army some time. Figure out what he wants to do here. Come on, man, just cancel it and put it right next to the boar. What the fuck? But that's pretty nice, 36 gold per minute. A third of a relic, guys. If you're getting that out of a hunting cabin for Rus, man, that's a pretty nice steroid. when you're in the back end of the game, when you've got like 3 or 4 of them out in different spots of the map. Like obviously that 4 and that 4, that doesn't really add up to a lot. 7, 20, that's a bit more like it. But what does GUA do from here? He's got all of his age. Actually, he hasn't added any more melee upgrades at all for his units. Either armor or damage there. Taking a fight against a much larger army from DFP here at the moment. Actually, a slightly larger army, sorry. DFP's also got that bill advantage. There's a bit of a last stand here for GUA perhaps in his spear count. Still up to the 12, but his bow's down to 18. DFP's got an impressive 27 archers behind all this. And now the spears really getting splat. So there's nothing to stop the knights here for DFP. So GUA, it's looking really rough. He's going to try and retreat into his base. But now he's on top of his own production. So units being trained are going to start getting killed. He'll have to start producing out of only this stuff here. Maybe this stables here as well. DFP going to start adding rams because behind this he's added all of his age 2 upgrades. Sorry. And now he's added rams because he's got siege engineering. The pressure's on for GUA. He's walled in every relic, but he's not had the opportunity to even go to Castle Age and, you know, make use of this map control that he's had. And GG, DFP takes the game and the series and wins TWC EU 20.